Hi guys, my name is Paul and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about conditionals, namely the zero conditional, the first conditional, the second conditional, the third conditional, and the mixed conditional. So all of those conditionals. Let's start with the zero conditional, and for the zero conditional we usually use it to talk about facts, things that are always true, or rules and regulations. Let me give you an example of a rule or regulation. If the fire alarm, or if you hear the fire alarm, don't panic. And so there the zero conditional is using if plus present simple plus present simple. So if you hear the fire alarm, hear is in the present simple, don't panic is also in the present simple. We can also use the zero conditional to talk about facts. For example, if you heat water, what happens to it? It boils. So if you heat water, it boils. Heat and boils are both in the present simple. So that's a fact that's always true. Now let's move along to the first conditional. The first conditional talks about real future conditions and the real future results. In the first part of the first conditional, we use the present simple, and the present simple is used to talk about the future. Let me give you an example of the first conditional. If it rains on Sunday in the future, so if it rains this Sunday, I think I'll stay in and watch Netflix. So if it rains, so it refers to the weather, and rains is the present simple, I will stay in and watch Netflix. So will plus the verb infinitive stay is in the second part of that first conditional sentence. The second conditional is a lot of fun because it talks about imaginary or hypothetical situations in the present or even in the future. If you were a bird, where would you fly to? Where would you go? If I were a bird, or if I was a bird, I'd fly to Brazil. So then we have if I were, so were is in the past simple, and I would, go is in the verb infinitive. So if I were a bird, I'd fly or I'd go to Brazil. And that talks about an imaginary situation. It's purely imaginary. However, if you are talking about the $100 on the ground, you are talking about something which has a very small possibility of occurring, of happening. If you found $100 on the ground, what would you do? Yeah? So if, and then you found is in the past simple, and what would you do? So that's the second conditional. And you have two examples there. One of a purely imaginary situation, and that's the function, and one of a situation which is, well, it's highly unlikely that you'll find $100 on the ground. Moving right along now to the third conditional, conditional number 3. And the third conditional is all about the past. And it's about the unreal past, the hypothetical past. Let me give you an example to start with. I met my girlfriend in the pub, but if I hadn't gone to the pub that night, I wouldn't have met my girlfriend at the time. Okay? So if I hadn't gone, if plus past perfect, if I hadn't gone to the pub that night, I wouldn't have met my girlfriend. And that third conditional talks about a past hypothetical condition and a past hypothetical result. Moving right along now to the mixed conditional. And the mixed conditional talks about a past hypothetical condition, but the result is in the present. So it's very similar to that third conditional. Let me give you an example. If I hadn't ever taught English in the past in a classroom, I wouldn't be able to make this video now. So if plus past perfect, if I hadn't taught English in the past, I wouldn't be able to make this video now. Would plus verb infinitive. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like if you liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and make sure you click on my webpage to get more English language tutoring. It's in the description below. Thanks once again. Bye for now.